Hey friends, this is Life Coach Rich, and today we're talking about the principle of preparation, another chapter in a great book that I read about George C. Marshall, general over all of the armies in World War II. This principle of preparation, this is something he was really great at as far as continuing to be prepared for future responsibilities, but also be prepared in the task at hand, which was the war, or even preparing for war, which is part of what he was instrumental in as well. He said, the unprepared nation is helpless in a great war. That should be a warning to us in the United States now, as far as we have to be prepared. And we can't relax just because there's peace right now. There's a lot of people around the world that would like to see the United States fall, and the last beacon of hope and freedom in the world. People are trying to take us down, and we need to stand firm. So, personally, then what do we keep doing? Marshall's advice personally, as far as preparation: keep your wits about you and your eyes open. Keep working hard. Sooner or later, the opportunity will present itself, and then you must be prepared both tactically and temperamentally to profit by it. So you have to continue to improve your leadership skills, how you interact with people. That's sort of the emotional, temperamental kind of things. But then you also want to be the other parts of leadership as far as the details of things. And we have to be prepared to meet the worst situation that may develop. And you have to check on things if you want them done. So he did have really good follow-up principles of keeping people accountable to what they said that they were going to do, and then following up on those things. We have to build those structures in place as leaders to keep people accountable. When there's not accountability, then there's shortcuts that are taken, or even work is not done. And who does that fall on? The responsibility falls on us as leaders. Brevity is something he said. Put things in a single page. He said, if a problem has not been reduced to a single page, it has not been sufficiently thought through. Oh, that's great. It might sound paradoxical, but the principle of preparation demands that one never stop preparing for the future. I like that. So how do we be more prepared? Something that I've done, I have, leadership has been something that a special interest of mine over the years. I've read different books about leadership, thought things. Whenever I discussed with current leaders about decisions in an understanding way, not a questioning authority way, but hey, can you explain a little bit more about that and what went into that decision? I'd love to know. And so, a lot of times people are going to be just fine talking about stuff and helping you understand what's going on in the company, the organization. And so I would encourage you to read leadership books, to think about it, evaluate decisions that are made around you, talk to leaders that are around you about the decisions and why they were made, and understanding those things. And another thing, evaluate different personal scenarios and personal interactions with people that might have led to someone being let go, or when people get in trouble, performance improvements. We used to call them PINs at a different company, performance improvement notification. So a PIN. And then so if you got a certain number of pins, well, then that led you out the door. Because the point is that you want to give somebody a real dose of, hey, this is a problem, we need to improve. And then winners self-correct. Okay, winners want to do the job. Winners want to improve their performance. People that don't care about improving, you don't need them there, because they're not ultimately furthering your company. So we want to be people that want to do better. We want to be people that are prepared and want to learn and grow. And that's just part of the principle of preparation. You never know what's going to come your way. And you want to prepare yourself by evaluating the leadership around you and continually evaluating decisions. And if I had to make that decision, what would I do? That's a great question to take. What would I do in that situation? How would I have handled that? How would I have talked to that employee? How would I have tried to improve the performance of that person? Going through those kind of those mental exercises to think about those situations, I think it really prepares you more for when you are given more leadership, when you are given responsibilities where you're over two people, or now you're a crew leader and you're or something, and now you're over 5 people, and then 10 people, and then 20, so and more. So how can you evaluate things and sharpen yourself? Um, you're going to do that by the things that we just talked about: reading books, evaluating, talking, learning about leadership, learning about those principles, so that whenever you're given the responsibility, then you can accurately you can appropriately handle those responsibilities. It makes me think of a historical account in the Bible. uh, Moses, then he grew up in Egypt. He was about 40. He killed a Hebrew. They found out about it. He fled to Egypt. Well, at that time, God was going to bring his people out of Egypt. And so, did he turn Moses right around and then lead him back in? Because he was going to use Moses to help lead the people out of Egypt after he did all the plagues, to conquer all of the different gods that he was conquering because of the plagues. And so, did he turn Moses right around? No. He was there for 40 years, herding sheep, preparing. God was preparing him, helping him get older, helping him have more of a relationship with God, helping him to solidify that relationship with him. And that was 40 years of preparation before he turned him around and then said, now it's time, go back. And then you're going to be the one to lead my people out. Now, was Moses perfect? No. Right off, when God told him that, he's like, wait, me? Wait, you must have the wrong guy. So God still had more work to do in him, but he continued to work with Moses, and that's what God does for us. He works with imperfect people in this world to accomplish his purposes. And it's that, man, that stuff is way bigger than me. I just want to try to do the best that I can in the task that he's given me. And because trying to fit all that together and how the world works, it's beyond me. We can't do it. We're finite, and he's not. So preparation's important. He prepared Moses for 40 years, and he still wasn't totally prepared. But it worked out in the end. God helped him. God carried him through and worked with him. And Moses later would come and meet face to face later, whenever they were out of Egypt and wandering and stuff. He would meet with God face to face. Wow, what a privilege to meet with God face to face. He was somebody that was like, wait, me? You want me to lead the people out of Egypt? No, you've got the wrong guy. He came later. The Bible talks about that he came later and met with face to face with God, and his glory shone off of Moses' face where he had to veil it. That's such a different contrast after years of walking with God, and the closeness that developed between him and God. So just appreciate that story, and reminding me of preparation. We've all got to prepare for what future responsibilities await. Hopefully that's helpful, guys. We got to keep improving together. This is Life Coach Rich. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.